This episode of WDW Today is being sponsored by All-Star Vacation Homes. And if you're looking for a great place to stay on your next trip to Walt Disney World, you're looking for somewhere with a lot of space, a lot of great amenities like your own private pool, movie room, game room, full-size kitchen. Well, you know what? All-Star Vacation Homes has that for you. And the best part about All-Star Vacation Homes is not only to have all these great amenities, it's got a great price too. Go check out their rates. You're going to be amazed by how much you can get for so little. Check them out right now at www.allstarvacationhomes.com.
Bringing the world to your world, this is Walt Disney World Today. Here are Mike Scopa, Len Testa, Mike Newell, and your host, Matt Hochberg.
It's Friday, March 18th, 2011, and this is episode 852 of WDW Today. I'm Matt Hochberg of StudiosCentral.com. Joining me on today's show is Len Testa, co-author of the Unofficial Guide to Walt Disney World. And Len, what's your Final Four look like?
It looks like Duquesne, Boise State, the New Mexico State University, and
while you're listing bad colleges, you should also list NC State.
And
so
our Sisters of Perpetual Mercy.
Perpetual Mercy, nice. I love that school. Yeah, go Flying Nuns.
They've got a great backcourt this year.
Also joining us on today's show is Mike Scopa, a senior feature writer and blogger for allears.net. Welcome, Mike.
Here's some musical food you can taste with your ears.
Kitchen
Cabaret.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
I knew I'd get you.
That's I don't know.
Ooh, Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe.
Damn you, Cosmic Ray.
Yeah, I say that a lot, actually. You'd be surprised how often that phrase comes up in normal conversation.
And also joining us on today's show is the fabulous Annette Owens, a manager of customer relations and group services for MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. Welcome, Annette.
Hey, thanks for having me back. It's been forever.
Welcome back, Anita.
I know, we're changing my name. I know.
And also on today's show, we have a very special guest. It's a Yeehaw Bob Jackson, who can be found entertaining guests at Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter in the River Roost Lounge on select nights throughout the week. Welcome to the show, Bob.
Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. My name's Yeehaw Bob. I wrote a very special song. We love you, WDW Today podcast. Oh, yes, we do. We love WDW Today podcast. WDW podcast. We love WDW Today podcast. It's so WDW podcast. We love you. Yay!
Wow, that's really nice.
That's the best we've ever had.
Looks great, Bob.
Looks great.
Now we've got Yeehaw Bob on, and there's so much to do at Walt Disney World, not only in the daytime but also at night. And a really underrated nighttime activity is to go see Yeehaw Bob at Port Orleans French Quarter in the River Roost Lounge, because he does a show on select nights during the week. It's a how would you describe your show to someone who's never heard it before, Bob?
I love to entertain people. I love to put on an audience participation sing-along show. And I love to get everybody involved. And I would like to get the entire cast of this podcast involved in this very easy song. But I need all 4 or 5 of you guys to clap your hands right now. Let me hear you clap your hands. Like this.
None of us have rhythm.
Rat Dog and Dingo was his name. D-I-N-G-O, D-I-N-G-O, and Dingo was his name. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all the podcast leaders and all of you listening to this podcast, we're going to clap our hands one time. Are you ready? Say yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That was a very lukewarm yeah. Let's try it again. Say yeah.
Yeah.
There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh, I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo. On a roll this exciting. There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. N-G-O and Bingo was his name. There was a rat, a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh! Yeah! Bingo was his name. Oh, and that Owens, we are on a roll. There was a rat, a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh! 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 The big finale. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Bingo was the name. Oh. Bingo was the name. Oh.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was great. And Bob,
Matt, explain for people that haven't been there. They need to know what we just did with the
yeah,
beating on our chest and Tarzan thing.
yeah, Bob, why don't you explain to people who've never seen your show before what the significance of the trumpet is?
All right, well, I would like to hear Mike, Len, Matt, Miss Annette, everybody listening on the count of 3. I don't care where you are right now listening to this podcast, but I want everybody on the count of 3 to close their eyes and give me their best, loudest Tarzan scream. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. That was pretty sad. I said,
What?
I said your best, loudest Tarzan scream. And I mean all of you listening to this podcast. On the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. So from now on, in the middle of this podcast, whenever any of you hear me blow this horn, that's your cue to stop whatever you're doing and give me your best, loudest Tarzan scream. Let's try it. Ready?
That was Tarzan slipping on the vine, actually. That's
Phil,
oopsie.
So, Bob, you've been doing the show since 1997. What's your favorite part about performing for everyone at Port Orleans?
I love to get people involved in that show, and I love to stand up there on that stage and watch families and everybody just sing along and have time. That's what it's all about for me.
Absolutely. It's such a fun and unique experience. Mike Scopa, you got to experience Bob. I remember I was there from the first time you got to see Bob in action. What was your reaction to seeing Bob for the first time?
My reaction was, okay, so let's see when he runs out of energy, and he never does. He never does. For 14 years, Bob, you've never run out of energy.
Nope. Every night's like the first night there, and it's just been a great bunch of fun. Every night's fun.
Yeah, let me tell you something, Bob. The one thing that everyone always comes away from after seeing your shows, other than hoarse throats and perhaps a few drinks here and there, they always are. Everyone's amazed by your memory. How do you remember everyone's name throughout the night and where they're from? How do you do that?
I'm not as smart as I look. I've never been able to figure it out myself.
You played a number of different songs. You've got 3 sets throughout the night. And the first set is probably best for young families, right? Families with young children.
Yeah, and then usually by 10 o'clock, I've worn the kids out and they go to bed. So
It's true. You play a lot of different songs. Tell a little bit of give us an example of one of the songs, maybe your favorite songs from the second or third set. There's so many to choose from. You've got Sarah, right? Sarah sitting in the shoe shine shack.
Mm-hmm.
You've got my favorite.
Sarah sitting in the shoe shack?
Shoe shine shack?
Shoe shine shack? What?
All day long I'm not going to even try.
Right. There's no dirty
you're going to
words
get in
this
trouble
song.
just starting.
Sarah, sitting on the shed house door. That's a shed, S-H-E-D. Sarah, sitting on the shed house door. Listen up. All day long she's sits and swings. All night long she swings and sits. Sarah, sitting on the shelf You want to try to sing it?
Not even, no, not in a million years.
Not 11 o'clock and alcohol in us.
Not even with a script.
Not even with sign language. I wouldn't even try.
You know, you do such a great job, Bob, every single night, and you know, I mean, it seems like you do the same show each time. I mean, how much variation do you bring to the shows each night?
All depends on who's sitting in front of me. If I don't have it, some nights I won't have any kids there at all.
Really?
Some nights I've got kids there all night long. Some nights I won't have any or very few English-speaking people in the room. I'll have a convention of people, men. I'll have all men from Sweden. And you just never know who's going to be sitting in front of you. And you better have lots of tricks in your pocket in order to entertain that room.
Now, one of the elements of your show, Bob, is definitely guest interaction. I mean, you're going to be a part of the show. It's not a passive experience by any means. And you know, I mean, we always talk about where we should sit. Should we sit in the front or we sit in the back? And I always feel like when you're sitting in the front, you get the better end. I mean, you can get singled out in the front, but I feel like there's less overall interaction than the back. Because the back, those people do every single stand-up and dance around.
There's no escape. No matter where you're sitting, I'm going to reach out and find you.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. It's such a fun experience, and it's great for groups like you mentioned, Annette. You know, to be able to sit there, and you definitely got to get there early because Bob, your first set is at 8?
8:31.
8:31.
I need a little more precision there, Bob. 8:31 and what?
8:31 and 42 seconds.
Thank you, Bob.
There you go.
Okay, watches are synchronized now. All right.
So, Bob, tell us some stories. What are some experiences that you've had while on the job? And you know, you're out there entertaining guests. I'm sure you've run into a number of interesting and funny stories that have happened over the years.
Oh, there's been all kinds of fun things. I've had men come up with a woman, and he'll get on one knee and propose to her right there in front of all those people.
Wow.
I've got a part in the show where I get a group of men up and I get them to run around the room like they're riding a horse. And one night I had a man run all the way back to the stage, and he climbed up on the piano and he was standing on top of the piano while it's rocking. Don't ever try that.
He was like surfing.
He was standing up there.
Wow.
I do a room split where I get everybody shouting on each side of the room, and one night I had some people climb up on their chairs and they're waving their arms around and they knocked the chandelier down.
I'm sorry about that, Bob. It was a one-time thing.
I do have a conga line, and one night I had these people lead the conga line, and they led the entire room out of the lounge, and they were gone for probably 5 minutes. The whole room was missing.
Great idea.
Oh, that's awesome.
You need a break. That's the way to do it.
I don't know where they went.
Bob did the conga line right out to the lobby and back.
Yeah.
Well, Bob, you do an unbelievable show, and really, if anyone has an opportunity to, you should definitely take an evening to go see Yeehaw Bob, because it's really a one-of-a-kind show, and it's something you really can't describe without seeing it in person. Definitely get there early. Be there well in time for that first set, because the tables do go very fast. And check that out. Go ahead.
It's at the River Roost Lounge, right, Bob? And it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That's exactly right, Mike. The show starts at 8:31. We go till almost midnight, 4 nights a week at Port Orleans, Riverside.
Absolutely. It's a real treat, Bob, to have you on the show. Thank you so much for everything. You want to take us out here with a song?
Thank you, Matt. I want to give a big shout out to all my friends at WDW Today Podcast, my good friend Mike Scopa, Len Testa, Matt Hotchberg, the beautiful Miss Annette Owens, Mike Newell. A big shout out and a thank you. See y'all later.
And that'll do it for us today. I want to thank our sponsor, All Star Vacation Homes, for today's episode. Don't forget, if you're looking for a great place to go stay on your next Disney World vacation after you see Yeehaw Bob and you're wiped out from all that fun, no better place to go to sleep than in your own All Star Vacation Home. Check them out online at allstarvacationhomes.com. If you want to find our older episodes, read our show notes, or send us your comments, you can visit us online at wdwtoday.com. For Len Testa, Mike Scopa, Mike Newell, the fabulous Ed Owens, and of course, Yeehaw Bob Jackson, I'm Matt Hochberg. We'll see you on the next show.
Stupid Judy, stupid energy.
This has been a production of Mouse World Radio.